Good evening, Toronto. You're listening to Lovers Rotation here on CIUT 89.5 FM, the one and only sound of your city. Welcome back and welcome home to your soulful sanctuary here in our beautiful city of Toronto. We are here at Untitled Toronto on Queen Street, a beautiful place to host our beautiful show. And as per usual, I'm joined by some real ones at the table with me, my beautiful co-host T.
Good evening, everyone. It's your girl T.
Lovely to have you. And we are joined by more than a friend of the show. We love her. We love her music. And we're so happy to have her back. Miss Jasmine Kiara. She's radiating beautiful energy over there in her corner.
Thank you for having me back. And this is such a great space. I'm so excited for tonight.
We're so excited to have you. Yeah, we're not going to waste any time because as you guys know, we got a yap. We got a lot to say and a lot to play. So we're just going to start right off with Brush You by Rags Original. I say this almost every time we play him. I'm like, sorry, I know we play him all the time, but we do. We love his music. It just encapsulates everything between that like Afro fusion and like soft sounds. This is Brush You, one of my favorites on his EP. But he's also coming to Toronto Monday, November 11th. Make sure you go get your tickets. Yes. But save one for me because I still need to get mine.
We'll see you at the show.
Yeah.
See you at the show.
We'll see you at the show. But yeah, make sure you guys go check him out if you haven't already. And if you have the chance to get tickets, please do because his music just sends you into another world for a little bit. But we're just going to let you guys feel it for yourselves. This is Brush You by Rags. Welcome back to Lovers Rotation here on CIUT 89.5 FM. We are joined by the beautiful Jasmine Kiara. She was the artist of the last song you heard, Addicted. So tell us, why did you choose Addicted to reintroduce yourself?
Because this is one of the tracks on my new project that's coming out, Love Wasn't Meant for Me. And it's one of my favorite songs. It's like a chill, sexy, lo-fi vibe, I feel like, on the project. And yeah, I really like the writing that I did with another artist from the city called Spoken by T.
Oh,
and
we love her. She's
here.
another friend of the show.
Yeah. Shout out. She's amazing. And yeah, I think the project, I know we'll get into it more, but it's kind of like the narrative is about moving through the stages of a relationship. So Addicted, that song is more about like, you know, it's toxic and you don't care and you can't help yourself. And
we've been there. We've all been there.
I feel like everybody's been there. So yeah, I'm really excited for people to hear this song.
Yeah, no, I'm really excited for the entire project to drop. But before we get too much into that, let's talk about you.
Okay.
How you been?
Yes.
Where you at?
Catch us
I don't
up.
remember the last, when was I here last, in February or March? March. Okay, so since March, a lot has happened. Our team started working with a major label here, which is really exciting.
Take a second because very well deserved.
Yes. Yeah, so that's really exciting, and I feel like we have a lot of good plans for next year. I mean, we traveled a lot this year too. I think I saw you before we went to the Junos, so our Junos trip was good.
Yes.
It was either right before or like right after.
Yeah.
I can't remember. Somewhere.
I think it was before, and that was out east, and that was a really fun trip. And we had gone this year to Los Angeles too, and have just been having a lot of writing sessions, obviously finishing up the project. So I guess professionally it's been very productive, very tiring, very, very tiring, but I think really rewarding. And yeah, I think we're just prepping for it to be out and then moving on to that stage, because I think like the writing, the making music is like the easiest part of the whole process. I feel like everything starts kind of after it's out.
Yeah.
And just performing it and having it live with other people. So yeah, that's kind of what we've been up to, what I've been up to.
I love that. Glad to hear. Just working.
Yeah.
Totally.
Working. I remember when you left our show, you said, make sure you take care of yourself. Have you been taking care of yourself? Good.
Been trying. Oh my gosh, yeah. I do remember that conversation. Yeah, and I think even now, like in the fall and the winter months, it's always like a hibernation period where you can. I feel like summer, everybody's outside, everybody's always out doing stuff.
Yeah.
So I think now that this is done, I'm excited to like chill a bit more. Yeah.
Take some time for yourself again. As you should.
Well needed. So you also recently turned 25.
Yeah.
Quarter of a century.
Yeah.
Does that feel any different for you? Because you know people say like as soon as they turn 25, frontal lobe develops. Like that, they say that day they wake up, developed, mature. Have you felt a difference at all?
I feel like because of COVID and most of my 20s was in COVID, I feel like I forget that I'm 25.
Yeah.
Because that whole like kind of life stopped from like when I was 21 to 23, so I forget that I'm 25 now. But frontal lobe developing is a real thing. I feel like though I feel like trauma develops your frontal lobe too.
Oh,
and I feel like I experienced that earlier
It's a
on
real
that
thing.
now I'm like just vibing. And I also have a lot of like women in my life that and female friends that were kind of all like moving through the same challenges and navigating the same obstacles together, so that helps having like a tribe and a sisterhood. And my literal sister, I mean she's younger, but I think those relationships and friendships help. But I don't know, turning 25, I don't really feel that different. I think I just feel more capable and confident and like prepared. Yeah.
That's good. We're here for growth always. Like, who doesn't love to see it? Do you feel like it's like turning 25 has also impacted how you look at your music career and like the trajectory of your music?
You know, I feel like I used to, because I think in entertainment, especially music, there's definitely a window, I think, for female artists in a different way that there is for male artists, like socially, culturally, and then also obviously like family wise. But I do think that that's changed a lot now, and I think that we have more control over like what our career trajectory looks like and for longer. So I think when I was younger, I felt more pressure to like get to reach certain milestones earlier on. And I also think now, having experience in rooms that I've always wanted to be in, I'm so glad I didn't do that when I was a teenager. I'm so glad that I can do that as an adult with the experiences and perspective and maturity that I have now that I wouldn't have had that young. That I'm actually so much more grateful that it didn't happen when I wanted it to, because I think it would have been a lot worse. Yeah.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. And you talk about like that window is sort of like it's opening up when it comes to how long women can be in careers such as like the entertainment industry. And then you have artists like Victoria Monet, who has been doing such a great job for so long, sort of like slightly in the shadows. And then now she's in her 30s, you know, she has her child, she has all of these things, but she just won her Grammys. Her career is blossoming completely. So
even Halle Bailey,
exactly.
Like, she was a Little Mermaid. She was a Disney princess, and now she's had a child, and like she can still, I think, look forward to a really long career that I think before just didn't. That those opportunities didn't look the same. That I think now it's a lot more. I don't want to say progressive, but you know, I think there's a lot more room for women to like work differently. That I'm excited for.
The minds have definitely started to open a little bit. Speaking of Victoria Monet, though, you did choose "How Does It Make You Feel" to start our next set of tracks. I love Victoria Monet, if you don't know, and I'm just gonna say, when we went to the concert, she was staring at me the whole time. Take that how you will. But regardless, what is your connection to that song, and why did you choose it tonight?
I love her whole project. I love her artistry as well. I like admire her work ethic especially, and she's been writing so many hit songs for so many years. I'm really excited that she's more forward facing, and I just love this song. I was singing it with my sister the other day, and I felt like the more people should hear it, so that's why I chose it.
Love that. So this is "How Does It Make You Feel" by Victoria Monet, next on Lovers Rotation. Welcome back to Lovers Rotation. That was Uncommitted by Jasmine Kiara. A few months back, we were able to play the song for you guys. You were able to get a nice listen when it dropped. And so tell us, now that the whole project is out and the story is pieced together, what does Uncommitted represent for you on the project?
Okay, so Uncommitted is basically a story about, you know, someone that you're with that isn't serious. You know they love you, you know they're into you, but for some reason they're not locking it down, like playing games, wasting your time, and it's just frustrating. And so within the story, that one's second, it opens up with home. I know we'll get more into the project in a bit. It opens up with home, and then Uncommitted is second because you've both already identified that you have these feelings for each other, and so now you're just like, why are you not taking it seriously? And you're annoying. So I wrote about it.
And a lot of the visual imagery and the visual story of the song, there's a lot of like letters. I know as marketing, you did a great marketing campaign, sent out handwritten letters. That was the cutest thing ever.
Yes.
So what do letters represent in the story of Uncommitted?
I think that our team is just trying to, for one, make the visuals and the content attached to what we put out like really authentic. And of course, like I write, or at least co-write, all of my songs personally. I obviously love to write like in my daily life as well, whether it's journaling, affirmations, and of course stories, and of course the songs. So when we were thinking about activations, we also want to do things that really like invite the community to kind of join in my artistry. And so I thought that was like a beautiful way to thank people like you and you who've been so supportive, and just like be a bit more creative, because I think posting about songs is cool, but like I don't know, everybody posts about their work. I think doing tangible things, and like I have cards from when I was 5. Like I keep all of my cards in this box, because I just love like the sentimental aspect of it. So yeah,
So cute.
yeah, that was kind of the story behind that.
Yeah, who doesn't love a keepsake too? Like we are suckers for keepsakes.
Yeah.
I mean, like if you've been to any of our events, like our love for CDs and all of that, so I can totally see that connection as well for the letters, right?
I feel like tangible things,
it
just like it's a different, I don't know, it's special in a different way.
Yeah. Okay, so Love Wasn't Meant for Me. It dropped. Tell us, how do you feel putting out this project? Just thinking back on the emotions that you put into it, the time, the effort, just reflecting back on it.
I feel so fulfilled having this out in the world now, because it's been like 3 years in the making. I started before I started writing it before I even started working with my management now, or shooting any visuals, or even recording it. Like the first song that was finished on it was actually Love Wasn't Meant for Me. And when I look back at my videos, I wrote it like 3 years ago, so it's like so exciting that that piece of work is out. And I guess the entire story is I think like I was mentioning earlier about the different stages of a relationship, so opening up with home, and like the best parts, and the honeymoon stage, and the warm like golden feeling of it, and then going into Uncommitted, realizing like, shit, can I swear? Sorry, I don't know if we're gonna just realizing, no. Damn, like you can't get it together. That's crazy, because this felt so good. And then it goes on to Addicted, because you realize it's really just never gonna work, but you don't care now, and you run it back anyways, and you spin the block anyways. And then Tethered actually is one of my favorites, and that's kind of just about like this invisible thread that I think you feel like when you're really in love with someone, and you know that even when you guys aren't gonna be together, you're still gonna love them. I think it's that moment of like realizing you'll always be connected even if you're not together, even if you're not in each other's lives, and that's okay too. And then we move on to Want You Back in the track list, and that's actually really, the lyrics are, I don't want you back anymore. Stand up, girl. Stand up. And that's kind of like more of the liberating, like freeing feeling of realizing it's okay that it's not going to work, and it's fine. And then it ends with Love Wasn't Meant for Me. And yeah, that was the first song that I wrote off of the project, but it's the ending song because I think during that time, a lot of my friends were getting married or like in serious relationships.
Damn.
Yeah, I know.
Married.
Right? We're in our 20s.
I'm gonna say
no, but
dating, married.
I know. I know. But I feel like it's that time now. It's that period, and it's. I've been going to a lot of weddings, and I'm like, damn. Like,
I know.
I don't think this
Time
is
is
gonna
flying.
happen for me, and that's so dramatic, and that's so like such a typical artist thing of me to like exacerbate one breakup to be like, I'm never gonna be happy, I'm never gonna be in love. But that was really what it was. And like yeah, I think at the time I just felt like it was such a big moment, big relationship, big love for me that I was like, wow, if this isn't gonna work out, I really don't think it will. And maybe that's okay, but like I'm just gonna write a really sad song about it. So yeah, that's kind of what the gist of the project is about. And then we threw in a bonus track as well that I think is a really popular song that I love, Like That.
I love Like That.
Me too.
I love Like That.
That whenever I perform, the audience really loves as well. So yeah, I think it was just a very cathartic process. I think every artist like processes their emotions and their real life through their work. So I'm just happy that it really was such a labor of love, not to be corny, and I'm just happy that it was able to be completed in this time and like divine timing, and it's just out for other people to have now too.
I love that. No such thing as corny here, by the way.
Exactly.
We eat that up.
I love that, like, it's such a journey as well, just like every single track, hearing you describe it. I think at least one person will be able to like every single moment. Like we've all been in that stage of like relationships and dating where it's like just going through the up and down feelings. I feel like a lot of those tracks probably capture that so well. So big ups to you for like putting such a human experience out there and being vulnerable with your audience via this project. Like I think a lot of people are going to resonate with it as well. So just have to put that out there for all the lovers. Like this one's for y'all.
So circling back to Want You Back, did you decide to, because you didn't call it I Don't Want You Back, you called it Want You Back. So are you trying to highlight that duality?
Yes, definitely. Because I think that's the whole project is like knowing it's not for you but still wanting it anyways, thinking maybe it could work out but then in reality it doesn't. And I think that is a duality. Like most of the times feelings don't match logic, and most of the time I don't think, at least right now, my opinion might change later on, but I don't think love is always enough. Like I think you need a lot of different tools and resources and practices that can make relationships work. Feelings isn't just a good enough foundation to like sustain a relationship. So yeah, definitely it's like kind of a play on. I think I have a lot of play on words throughout the project. But yeah, it's like I'm saying I don't want you back, but the song is called Want You Back. So I don't really know.
We know how it goes. So before we get you guys into Want You Back, I want to ask you, what do Geminis do to you?
You know what?
Because I'm a Gemini.
We're calling
Gemini moon, and I love it. Like, what do you mean? Why are you such a Gemini? What does that even mean?
Hit me about that line, and I don't even mean it. Like I love Geminis, and actually,
she's saying it like she meant it.
No, but I'm a performer. Like it's not real. Don't take it so seriously. Like 2 or 3 of my best friends are Geminis, and really what it was is that there were just a lot of Geminis in the studio, and I just like making fun of people, like you know. And so I was in the booth, and you could see them through the glass, so I threw that line in there, and everybody like whoa, and it was just funny, so I kept it in there. But I love Geminis.
Okay, well guys, we got her to say it.
Literally,
so, like, we won.
We set the facts straight now.
No, it's fine.
All right, well, we're gonna get you guys right into Want You Back by Jasmine Kiara off of her latest project, Love Wasn't Meant for Me. Welcome back to Lovers Rotation. That was Abusi Junction by Kokoroko, chosen by our beautiful guest tonight, Jasmine. So why did you choose that song? I love it. Like, I just want to close my eyes, and I wish I was like in the backseat of a car with my eyes closed and that song is just playing.
It's so dreamy. I don't know. It's like it's kind of complex, and I went to jazz school. I think we talked about it last time. And so I just like a lot of instrumental music and kind of live feeling music. It's a vibe.
That's a great way to put it. So, as you know, because you're not new to this, before we say goodbye, we like to give you the opportunity to express yourself. Tell us and our audience what's been on your mind, what's been on your heart, what has been going on. Is there anything that you just want to let it fly about? Literally anything at all.
Oh my gosh, so open-ended.
Yeah. Sorry.
I'm not sure. I guess I just start with I really am so grateful to be back here with your team, and I appreciate seeing the growth so much, and like loved seeing you at that event. And I'm just excited, I think, to see Toronto's like arts and music scene continue to expand. I feel like different groups like Caruza, and again like you guys, I think making radio like relevant in a way that I think it hasn't been for a long time is really cool.
Thank you.
And I don't have anything specific. I guess I'm just really excited to keep working and keep connecting with people and sharing my work. I think that the project has also been a beautiful experience because I was able to learn more about myself through writing, and learn more about making music and producing and collaborating. And I'm just looking forward to like upward trajectory and like continuing to reach my goals. Yeah.
Love that.
What are some of the things you have your mind set? Without saying too much, obviously, we know how it is when you're making a wish. But what are some of the things that you would love to see for yourself, or where do you want to see yourself in the next maybe year or so, or following the release of this project?
I think it's so funny because I'm in the middle of a move right now, and so I keep all my cards and stuff, and I also, my parents kept things that I made at school when I was younger, and so I was going through my bucket list from like when I was in grade 3, like when I was 8, 9, and they just said the stuff that I'm doing now of like traveling the world, being in a movie, making music. And it's like I've been on Netflix, I am making music, I am traveling the world, I'm going to continue to do that. And I really just feel like everything that I've always wanted to do, I am doing. So I think just more of that, like of course tangible goals and stuff you have to keep private and protect and sacred and share with people that only you can trust, and continue to like work diligently towards them every day. I don't think they just show up either. But I think you can invite a lot with your energy and your intention. Sure. So I guess I would just share that for people to like continue doing that. And I'm just really, I feel like I'm in a really good place, and I'm just happy. It was so funny seeing that because I'm like, oh my gosh, that's so cool.
Yeah. That made me scream and cry.
I know.
That is so cute. I love that. Cool. Well, what is next for you? What should, besides like what you hope to see, what is in the works? Is it time for some relaxed time? Like
never.
What can our audience expect from you in the near future?
In the near future, we can expect more live shows.
Ooh, yes.
More music coming out into next year as well. More work in film and television. And I think just continuing to take up space like in different art fields. I'm working on this really special project now as well that's going to be out next year that's like not related to music but still artistic. And so I'm super excited about that. I'll tell you guys that like side note,
it's none of your business.
But that will be out next year as well. And I think just like developing the craft and taking the craft more seriously, whether it is acting or songwriting or performing. But specifically shows. We actually, I don't know, I guess we can announce it now, but like the Love Wasn't Meant For Me concert will be in February.
Okay.
So that's coming up, and there will be more details for that.
Get to know. Yes.
Yeah.
And that's near future right now.
That sounds like a great trajectory. And you've been doing such a great job. You've just been blossoming
Thank you.
and just shooting up. And like you said, taking space in so many different industries, but doing it well and
Thank
representing yourself well, and just quality music time after time.
Thank
you.
Quality. So just big up yourself. Make sure you're doing that as you continue to grow, because I think you have a lot ahead of you.
Thank you.
And thank you for coming.
Yes.
I
Thank you for
appreciate
being
it.
We love
I
having
love
you back,
seeing you so
honestly.
much.
Like,
Yeah, it was great. Oh, this is such a great conversation.
I know,
But
the energy is always lovely. 3
I-
women in a room.
I know. But it is time to start to phase into our last song for the night. You chose Love Wasn't Meant for Me, which
Yeah.
is also the last song on the project as well.
Yeah.
So what about this song makes it such a great outro?
Oof, I think it's so cinematic. I'm so proud of this song. I feel like it's really intimate, it's really beautiful and tragic, but it's like those songs that you want to cry to. Like it's like a release. And yeah, I think it's just we got some live string players to play over some of the composition in the studio as well. So I really like that you can feel you could just feel the energy in it, I think. So yeah, I think I would say this is my favorite song on the project, actually.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we're going to send you guys home on that note. If you're interested in the track list, you liked what you heard tonight, first of all, make sure you head to Spotify, Apple Music, wherever you listen to your music. Tap in with Jasmine's newest project, Love Wasn't Meant for Me. As you heard, it was beautifully described, and we laid out all the beautiful songs for you as well. So make sure you save that, run it. And if you did want to check out our track list for tonight, a lot of the other songs we played, make sure you follow us on Instagram at lovers.rotation. And if you want to talk anything Lovers Rotation related, song requests, guest requests, you know where to find us. Our email is loversrotation@ciut.fm. And as per usual, all of our episodes are mixed by the one and only Des Sound. Hit her up on Instagram at des.sound. And all of our videos, which will be available on YouTube, make sure you head to our Instagram to check that out, are directed and edited by the one and only Dapper. And his Instagram is at DapperDan6. That is the number 6IX, because he wants everyone to know that he's from Toronto. Once again, thank you.
Thank you
so much, Jasmine. And we're going to send you guys off with Love Wasn't Meant for Me. As always, make sure to stay connected, stay safe, and smile. Have a great night.
Good night.